Jonathan here. Welcome to our weekly team call for the permanent weight loss coaching team. I know this is a different format. I'm actually about to take off to beautiful Lake Willoughby to get the property ready for a wedding and the wellness retreat that is happening next week. Super excited. So I was gonna pull off the side of the road and do our weekly team call because it's been hit or miss for the last 4 to 6 weeks with travel, summer, everything else. But I thought I'd try something different today, which is to do this video team call and see how it resonates with all of you. Okay, so we're just gonna see how it goes. I'm super excited. I have 2 topics to cover. The only hindrance of this format is that you can't call in with questions or to call in with a success story, which has been really, I believe, the most powerful parts of the calls. Boots called in, she was incredible. There's been some other amazing, actually all of the callers have been amazing. So we'll miss that this week while we test this out. Don't worry, I'm not moving to this moving forward. I just figured today I like the idea of covering a couple key topics on video and then sending that to you as I drive off to Vermont. All right, so hopefully you're doing fantastic. It is July 17th, I think. I know it's a Wednesday, that's good. I'm 99% sure it is the 17th. So I'm off from doing the live videos for the summer. We are not disengaging the permanent weight loss coaching team. So let's keep doing what we're doing. I'm fired up about that. I'm not actually taking the summer off. Maybe I should have explained it better in my email. I'm just working on a couple special key projects, and I am recharging my battery a bit, but it's not like I'm sitting at Lake Willoughby in an Adirondack chair looking at the mountains. Okay, so keep sending your weekly updates, keep posting questions in the private Facebook page. I'll do video answers, and then reach out to me directly anytime if you have a question that you're not comfortable sharing with the overall team, or if you're not on the private Facebook page. Okay, you can call me. I text like I'm 100 years old, so don't text me, but you can also email me. All right, so this week, as is usual, on the weekly permanent weight loss coaching team calls, I'm gonna cover a couple key topics. So I'm setting the intention right now that the 2 topics I'm covering today are going to be game changers for you, okay? So I'll tell you the 2 topics, then we'll circle back to number 1, all right? So the first topic is what I call cultivating personal excellence. I know it's a little nerdy, but stay with me. I love the word cultivate, right? The interesting thing is the word cultivate came to me in one of my meetings with one of my coaches. Yes, I have a couple coaches, so I'll tell you about that during our second part of this conversation. So the word cultivate, I love. It's this idea of like cultivating, facilitating, creating personal excellence. So what does personal excellence mean? We will go into that while I cover this topic, because I almost started doing it, right? So the second topic we're gonna cover is the idea of getting support and accountability and help, which some of you, particularly all of you rockstar moms, think that asking for help or accountability or support is a sign of weakness. It's actually the opposite. It's the sign of strength. We cannot do it alone. So we're gonna talk about that during the second part of our time today. I don't have a specific amount of time that I plan on hanging out with you today. It might be 10 minutes, it might be 30. I'm just gonna wing it, but most importantly, hopefully one or both of these topics will resonate with you big time. Okay, sound good? By the way, life is good. I have probably 8 to 10 of these shirts. If you ever want to give me the ultimate gift, I'm not asking for one, by the way, but if it was ever like my birthday or I turn 50 in 3 years or something, send me a Life is Good shirt. I love Life is Good shirts. All right, so let's cover cultivating personal excellence, the deep dive on that. So as I said, I talked a little bit about the word cultivate, which I find very inspiring. Hopefully that word resonates with you as well, right? But also the words personal excellence. Again, a little nerdy, but I just love the thought of that, personal excellence. And the beauty of that is that's a one-person thing. That's you. Like I have my own deal for what I'm trying to do as far as personal excellence. You have your own deal. And the fun part is that it is our own personal thing. We get to decide, what does personal excellence mean? We get to define that as far as how we show up to the world. For some of you, I would argue, or probably for all of us, most all of us, right? It's how do you show up at home for your family? Boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, spouse, whoever you hang out with. How do you show up with the people you love? What type of vibe do you give off? That's what I think is at the core of personal excellence. If we could inspire ourselves, or aspire, I'm butchering the English language, shocker. If we could try to elevate ourselves to a really high level of showing up and that vibe and that positivity, and hey, Adeline and Alexander, Benjamin, and hey, I call Karen beautiful, that's what I call her. She is inside and out, so I call her beautiful. I go, hey, beautiful, right? So that is what we should really be after. And that, I think, is really personal excellence. You're showing up in your most elevated, on fire way. Now, I have this sign next to me. It says excellence. Some excel because they are destined to. Most excel because they are determined to. Right? We could do a whole weekly call on that, but I love the visual of this. It's very inspiring. It's from successories.com, by the way. It's a lot of the uplifting stuff I have in my office here. Again, we could do another whole call around that, the vibe you're in, but we'll stay back on cultivating personal excellence. So my invitation to you as your coach, which is, how do you define personal excellence? So I talked about this idea of how you show up with your family, but also how do you show up in the world? How do you show up at the office if you work in an office? How do you show up when you hang out with a friend or you connect with them on the phone, right? What's your vibe? At church, any nonprofits you're involved in, how do you show up to the world? Personal excellence is what we should all be after. And the way to cultivate personal excellence is through your habits, is through the 24 habits that you receive as part of being a permanent weight loss coaching team member, right? And there's all these other cool tools that you can use to thrive and elevate and cultivate your own personal excellence. Now, the beauty of personal excellence is I believe that no one on this planet has hit their highest level of personal excellence, but that's part of the fun, right? Part of the fun is we never have arrived. Now, our negative voice can complain and go, oh my gosh, this is a hassle. We keep having to work on our weight loss or this or that. Yeah, you could view it as a hassle or you could view it as an opportunity. I view it as an opportunity, right? We're just trying to get better, right? Sometimes we fall down, we get back up. Sometimes we, nailing stuff for a week or two. Sometimes we slack off for a day or a week, right? The key is to be in this state of pursuit and setting the intention to cultivate personal excellence. This is our theme for the wellness retreat next week. I normally have not done a theme for the other 11 wellness retreats. We have one this year. It's one of our new things we're rolling out. Also, this retreat is very tactical. It's very specific around dialing in things, but that is a topic for a different time. Some of you will be there next week in Vermont. So, cultivate personal excellence. So what I'm going to invite you to do is to make that decision that you are going to cultivate personal excellence. Even saying it, again, sounds a little nerdy, but say it, right? Part of it too is standing up to the bully of your negative voice and saying, I am going to cultivate personal excellence. Really what it means is I'm going to be a better version of me tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. Okay, does that sound good? All right, second topic for this week is this idea of asking for support, accountability, and help, right? Again, all of you rockstar moms, your negative voice has fooled you to think that asking for help or support is a sign of weakness. It's not. No one can do this alone. No one, right? Life is a team sport. It's not an individual sport. It is a team sport. We need support. We need accountability. We need help, right? That's how we get better. If we want to stay stuck, we don't need anyone else. We can just stay stuck and sit, right? But if you really want to grow and you want to, circling back to the first topic, cultivate personal excellence, you need a team, right? I'm very blessed. Karen is incredible. She's my best friend. She's my soulmate. She is amazing, right? And she supports me. And she also pushes me a little bit and helps me stay accountable and supports me and helps me, right? That is the beauty of if you're blessed to have a truly remarkable partner on your journey. Now, whether you have a spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, or some other people in your life, they love you, they care about you, they want to support you, they want to help you, they want to help you stay accountable if you need that. So here's the thing, accountability works. You look at successful people, say you take like 1,000 people that are like thriving, they're rocking it, right? Maybe 1, 2, it might be 5 out of the 1,000 are self-accountable, are self-motivated, right? The majority of us, the rest of us, need someone to be like, did you do it? You gonna do it? You said last month you were gonna do this or that. Sven is my college roommate. He just left me a voicemail like an hour ago. He didn't say like, are you doing it? But it was pretty much in a roundabout way, like, we gotta connect, what's going on here? I wanna hear about your action items from our last, he's my accountability partner. He's also one of my best friends, but we do lunch once a month, and then we write down and we commit to each other what we are going to take action on, right? So Sven's my accountability partner. To be honest, he's also one of my coaches. If you watch this, he'd be like, you didn't tell me that, but he is, right? He helps me stay accountable, he helps me stay on track. So I also have 2 other coaches. I'll tell you about one of them. Her name is Christine, right? Christine is really an expert in mindfulness, which you could be like, oh my gosh, so Jonathan and this mindfulness expert, right? So Christine, she works with a lot of the health insurance companies in Massachusetts to help their teams be more mindful about how they show up, not only in the office, but also at home and in life. She's incredible, right? She's actually coming to Vermont next week for Retreat 12. She's gonna spend an hour, probably an hour and a half with our retreat team on Friday afternoon. It's going to be one of the most impactful and magical parts of our time in Vermont together. So Christine helps me stay accountable, right? Each week at the end of our time together, I meet with her once a week on Fridays. We go through, what's the focus gonna be this week? What are your action items? What are you going to be doing? And then that's the first thing we discuss next week. This is also how I phone coach people, right? We have action items at the end of our call, and then I circle back on those the next week. The point of bringing all of this up is there's people in your world right now that are willing, able, and actually would be excited to support you and be your accountability partner, be your coach, or for you to lean on them for support on your journey. So maybe it is a coach. All of you signed up for the permanent weight loss coaching program. Some of you have leaned on me, some of you have not. Now, the only difficulty of the structure of the permanent weight loss coaching program is that I'm not like texting you on Tuesday morning like, Susie, did you do the workout? Did you do the workout or not? You know, in my phone coaching clients, some of them do text me every day, some of them don't, but there's that real strong accountability, right? We talk once a week, and then when I talk with them, it's like, you're either doing it or you're not, and then we can help them get back. The bottom line is, we all deserve an accountability partner or a coach. Some of you are thriving with your accountability partners in the permanent weight loss coaching program, which is awesome, right? Some of you have maybe not leaned on that part of the permanent weight loss coaching program. Martha, who I'm blessed to have on my team now, she's incredible. She's the one that made the accountability partner program powerful within permanent weight loss coaching. We've kind of taken a break on linking people up until Labor Day, but a lot of you are thriving within that setting. Now, if you don't have an accountability partner through the permanent weight loss coaching program, I would suggest that you find one within your like existing network right now. Your best friend from college, like me, Sven, right? Or your neighbor, or your sister, or someone else to help you stay accountable as you journey through this thing. The other thing is consider having a coach. So Christine actually is one of Karen's coaches, right? We should go Karen's coaches. Karen has coaches too. So Karen started working with Christine, and then Karen and I are best friends. So she said to me, I think you could really benefit from Christine. She's brilliant, she's this and that. And Karen was so elevated on Christine and what she does and everything. I was like, oh, I'll go meet with her and see what it's about. And now she's one of my coaches. The bottom line is, it might be a mindfulness expert. It may be someone in motivation. It might be a fitness coach, a wellness coach, a personal trainer, your college roommate, your friend, your spouse, whoever. But we all deserve the support, the accountability, and the help of others to help us grow and become a better version of ourselves and cultivate personal excellence. Okay? This topic is pretty heavy, both of these, right? Cultivating personal excellence and leaning on support, accountability, and help from other people. We can't get there alone. We can't stay accountable ourselves. We're just not wired that way. There's too much wiggle room, right? So ideally you watch this video twice. I'll be curious to see your feedback. I'm gonna put a link to the private Facebook page. If you're in the private Facebook page, then I would invite you to click on that link and comment, most importantly, what your key takeaways were from our weekly team, what do I call it, video call or whatever this is, right? And then also let me know what you thought of this format, and then keep cranking. I'll be with you next Wednesday. Next Wednesday I'll be in Vermont for the retreat, so I'll be with you there, probably through the regular format, through the platform on Blog Talk Radio. But I am proud of you. You would not be watching this if you were gonna quit. You definitely wouldn't be watching it. I can see the time, 16 minutes in. If you're gonna quit, you would already quit. So maybe you haven't nailed 2019. Oh my gosh, I had these big plans. You can do Alt Zero to change that now, right? But what you can do is say, all right, I made some progress. I made some progress in some key areas, right? Celebrate those, focus on those, and then refocus, recommit on the 24 key habits. The beauty of this program is that we know it works. When you work the 24 habits and you get your score to 65, you drop weight. Unless you have an undiagnosed thyroid problem, you are going to drop weight when, not if, you get your score to 65. My role as your coach is to try to inspire you and get you fired up to feel remarkable and energized and positive and on fire and drop weight in the process by getting your score to 65. Okay? All right, you guys rock. Interesting format today. Double high five. I'm off to Vermont. I'm going to try to upload the video. Hopefully it'll happen quickly and I can get it to you guys before the 1 o'clock scheduled team call. But you will be seeing this. Obviously, you're seeing it either way. All right, I'm proud of you. Keep on rocking.